This message is for you. I admired you at your best, but watching you unravel yesterday did something dangerous to me, not because I enjoyed seeing you struggle. Not because I wanted to witness your pain. Not because your weakness made me feel stronger. It was dangerous because, for the first time, I saw the parts of you that you spend every day trying to hide from the world. I've always known the version of you that everyone notices. The confident smile. The calm voice. The way you walk into a room and somehow make everything look effortless. I've seen your strength. I've seen your intelligence. I've seen your ability to carry burdens without complaining. I've admired the way you handle pressure and the way people naturally gravitate toward you. But yesterday was different. Yesterday, the mask slipped. Yesterday, the armor cracked. Yesterday, I watched someone I thought was unbreakable struggle to keep themselves together, and somehow, that version of you affected me more than all the perfect moments combined. People think admiration comes from witnessing greatness. They think attraction grows when someone displays confidence, success, and control. Maybe that's true for some people. But what happened yesterday made me realize that the deepest connections aren't built during someone's strongest moments. They're built during the moments when someone can no longer pretend. I saw hesitation in your eyes. I saw exhaustion you tried to hide. I saw emotions you were fighting to keep buried, and instead of making you seem smaller in my eyes, it made you feel more real, more human, more beautiful. There was something heartbreaking about watching you try so hard to hold everything together while pieces of you were quietly falling apart. You probably thought nobody noticed. You probably thought nobody could see through the carefully chosen words, the forced smiles, the attempts to convince everyone that you were okay, but I noticed. I noticed the pauses. I noticed the way your voice changed. I noticed the way your eyes looked somewhere far away even when you were standing right there, and I haven't stopped thinking about it since. Because the truth is, I've admired you for a long time. I've admired your strength. I've admired your resilience. I've admired your ability to survive things that would have broken other people. But admiration is safe. Admiration keeps a comfortable distance. Admiration watches from afar. What I felt yesterday wasn't admiration. It was something far more dangerous. Because when I saw you struggling, my first instinct wasn't to judge you. It wasn't to walk away. It wasn't to think less of you. It was to reach for you, to protect you, to remind you that you didn't have to carry everything alone. And that's when I realized how much you matter to me. It's easy to care about someone when they're winning. It's easy to stay close when they're shining. But when someone is falling apart and your feelings only grow stronger instead of weaker, that's when you discover what your heart is really trying to tell you. Yesterday showed me a side of you that most people never get to see, the side that doubts, the side that worries, the side that gets tired of being strong, the side that sometimes doesn't know what to do next, and somehow, that side made me feel closer to you than ever before. Not because you're broken, not because you're struggling, but because you finally looked human, and there is something incredibly beautiful about a human being who stops pretending to be invincible. The world puts so much pressure on people like you. People expect you to have all the answers. People expect you to stay strong. People expect you to handle everything. People admire you so much that they forget you're allowed to hurt too. Yesterday reminded me that beneath all the strength is a person who feels deeply, a person who gets overwhelmed, a person who carries invisible battles. A person who sometimes needs support just as much as everyone else, and seeing that changed something inside me. I can't explain it perfectly. I just know that when I went to sleep last night, I wasn't thinking about your achievements. I wasn't thinking about your confidence. I wasn't thinking about the image you show the world. I was thinking about the look in your eyes when you thought nobody was paying attention. I was thinking about the weight you seemed to be carrying. I was thinking about how much pain can exist behind a smile, and I was wishing I could take even a small part of that burden away from you. That's dangerous, because feelings become dangerous when they stop being casual, when they stop being temporary. When they stop being something you can easily ignore. Yesterday turned you from someone I admired into someone I worried about, someone I cared about, someone whose sadness affected my own mood, someone whose silence echoed in my thoughts long after the conversation ended. You may never fully understand the impact that moment had on me. You probably think it was just another difficult day, just another rough moment, just another crack in the foundation, but from where I stood, it was the moment you became impossible to forget. People spend so much energy trying to appear perfect, yet perfection rarely creates genuine connection. Perfection impresses people. Vulnerability reaches them. Yesterday, you reached me, not with words, not with effort, not with charm, just with honesty that you didn't even mean to reveal. And that's what has stayed with me, the truth, the rawness, the humanity, the courage it takes to keep going even when you're exhausted, the strength it takes to stand when you're secretly struggling. The determination it takes to keep moving forward when every part of you wants to stop. I don't think you realize how remarkable that is. I don't think you realize how inspiring it is. I don't think you realize how many people would collapse under the weight you've been carrying. Yet there you were, still standing, still trying, still fighting, even while unraveling. And maybe that's why I can't stop thinking about it. Because yesterday wasn't proof that you're weak, it was proof that you're human, and somehow that made me admire you more than ever. Not the polished version, not the perfect version, not the version everyone sees, the real version, the one with fears, the one with doubts, the one with scars, the one who keeps moving forward despite everything. That version is unforgettable. I know this message might surprise you. Maybe you expected me to say something simple. Maybe you expected me to move on and forget what happened. Maybe you assumed nobody noticed. But I did, and I couldn't stay silent about it. Because sometimes people deserve to know that they are seen, not the image they project, not the role they play, not the expectations they fulfill, but who they truly are. I saw you yesterday, really saw you, and instead of pushing me away, it pulled me closer. Instead of making me think less of you, it made me care more. Instead of weakening my admiration, it transformed it into something deeper, something riskier, something harder to ignore. Maybe that's the dangerous thing, not your unraveling, my reaction to it, because I walked into yesterday admiring you. I walked out caring about you in a way I never expected, and now I'm left carrying feelings I wasn't prepared for. Feelings that appeared quietly while I was watching you fight battles you never spoke about, feelings that grew in the space between your words, feelings that became impossible to deny the moment I realized your pain mattered to me. So if nobody has told you this recently, let me be the one to say it: you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to carry every burden alone. You don't have to pretend you're okay when you're not. And you don't have to be at your best for people to care about you. Because yesterday proved something important. The version of you that struggles is still worthy of love. The version of you that breaks is still worthy of understanding. The version of you that falls apart is still worthy of being chosen. Maybe even more so, I admired you at your best, but watching you unravel yesterday did something dangerous. It made me realize that my feelings were never about your perfection. They were always about you, the real you, and the real you is someone I can't stop thinking about.